Yo, you got a mic. What's going on, guys? Back here with another banger video. And in today's video, we will be delving into Negan Smith and determining if he was truly evil. Because, in my opinion, I think he was in the right. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my points on why you should agree with me. But before we get into that, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment and share, because I'm on the road to 1,000 subs, and I'm almost there, so please help me out. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So, as the viewer, we are watching the point of view from Rick Grimes and the Alexandrians. But if we really switch our perspectives over to Negan, let's see. So, initially, we have the backstory with Lucille and whatnot, and it becomes devious. The next thing he does is he starts the Saviors, and he starts a community. He's the community leader, and then, to keep his community afloat, they have to rely on other communities because the sanctuary where their community is located can't grow crops, as we find out in Season 9, right? So they need to rely on other communities, and I'm guessing the communities wouldn't just give them food, because what did the Saviors really have to give? Not much, except their sheer number of people. So, if the other communities are going to give them stuff, and they need to survive, Negan takes it into his hands to keep his community afloat, and by that, he decides, well, if they're not going to give us stuff, we're just going to have to take it. So then they start their thing where they basically take half of an opposing community's food, materials, weapons. Actually, they take all their weapons and then half their food and other materials. And in turn, they leave them alive and don't kill them. And they also protect them. We have to remember, they protect the communities in which they take from. Right? So technically, they have a protection deal with them. And so they do this to the hilltop and to the kingdom. But then one day, an entire outpost filled with saviors, about 100 saviors, get murked in the middle of the night. And eventually, Negan finds out that it wasn't the doing of one of his communities that he already has control of. It was a new community that murked his tens of saviors. Just murked his community. And a community that he didn't even know did that. So in his eyes, a community that he didn't do anything to murked a bunch of his guys. So he was really like, what the Neff did I deserve this for? So, of course, they capture the Alexandrians on the road at the end of Season 6 in the climax. And he mercifully kills only 2 of them, compared to the tens of saviors they killed in their sleep, by the way. That's the most immoral way to kill someone. So, Neff. So, he only kills 2 of them when they killed probably 100 of them. That's merciful. And Negan says this a lot in the series. And then during Season 7, the Alexandrians also become part of their monopoly of communities that they take from. So, in Negan's eyes, yes, it's bad to just steal from communities, but he needed to keep his community afloat. And let's be honest, boys, let's be honest. If Rick really needed the stuff and communities weren't giving it to him, we all know he would take them. We all know Rick would go in there and take stuff as if his community really needed it. And that's what Negan did. Simply, Negan did what Rick would have done if it was the other way around. But we're supposed to believe that Negan's a villain. Alright. And let's not even forget, Carl pulled up on him, shot a bunch of his soldiers, and Negan let him live and brought him back home to Rick, and even made him spaghetti. Like, that is genuinely good. Like, that's a good thing Negan did, and obviously that developed a relationship with him and Carl, which was a W. Now, if we fast forward through the Savior War to the end of Season 8, Negan gives up. I mean, obviously, this is after he kind of understood that even if he beat Rick in their one-on-one under the tree, he would still get fodderized by the rest of their army. Yes, he believed that, but in that scenario, they were 1v1ing, and Rick was really like, let me talk to you. Negan could have killed Rick. Negan easily could have killed Rick at that moment, but he let his guard down because he cared about what Carl had to say. He really had a heart for Carl. But nah. The little scoundrel Rick decided to shank him. Obviously, Rick saved him, but yeah. And then after that, oh my, voice crack. Yo, I'm not deleting that because I'm OG. And then after that, he got put in a cage and became good. Even though from the start, Negan was really just trying to help his community. And I will say this once again. If Rick was in Negan's shoes, Rick would have been taking stuff from other communities if they couldn't get anything. He would have. Anybody would have taken it forcefully. Alright? So yeah, that's my case. I'm gonna make a video about Maggie and Negan's relationship soon. But I have to finish season 11 yet, because I haven't. I just started season 11. But yeah, this video is really just like season 6 through the end of 8. And also, I want to mention, I think season 7, 8 gets so much hate that they don't deserve. I think season 9, 10, 11 were all worse than those 2 seasons. That may be a hot take, but I think Negan and Rick's dynamic just carried so hard. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of this perspective that Negan was actually the good guy and the Alexandrians and Rick were actually the villains because in Negan's eyes, they killed his entire outpost for seemingly no reason, even though they thought that Negan would take them over so that, like, we gotta strike first, and they did, and it backfired. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see y'all in the next one.